Hi friends, welcome to English Study Point. Today in this video lecture I am going to discuss elements of oral tradition in Girish Karnad's Hayavadana. First of all, frame story of Hayavadana is taken from Brihad Katha Sarit Sagira, which is a collection of stories written by Somdeva in the 11th century AD. Main story of Devdatta and Kapila is based on a story from Vetala Panchavimshika, and Girish Karnad also uses Thomas Mann's retelling of the story in the transposed heads. This story is also incorporated while creating a play called Hayavadana, and Karnad takes elements of both story Vetala Panchavimshika and Mann's retelling of the transposed heads, and in this way he adds the story of Hayavadana as a frame story or subplot and comes up with a play Hayavadana. So, what this Girish Karnad does with this play is that he tries to combine elements from both the Vetala Panchavimshika story and Mann's retelling, and after combining it, he incorporates the story of Hayavadana as a frame story or subplot to create the play Hayavadana. Now here we discuss elements of oral tradition in Hayavadana. Karnad has drawn materials from Yakshagana and Kathakali traditional folk theatres of Karnataka and Kerala in order to create this particular play called Hayavadana. So he has incorporated elements from traditional folk theatres like Yakshagana and Kathakali from Karnataka and Kerala into his play Hayavadana. Bhagavata sings the story throughout the performance while the actors come and enact these songs in the form of dialogues. This means that Bhagavata sings the story continuously while the actors act out these songs through dialogues. Bhagavata is the one who takes the story forward and controls it. He is not part of the story. The Bhagavata participates in the performance as and when required. The actors sometimes talk to the Bhagavata and he responds. He sometimes asks questions. He is the one who holds the thread, the sutradhar of the performance. This means Bhagavata is the actual narrator who moves the story along and has control over it. He is not part of the story itself but is involved in the performance as needed. Actors interact with the Bhagavata, asking questions or receiving responses. He serves as the thread holding the performance together like a sutradhar. In this particular work, Bhagavata acts as a bridge between the audience and the play, making it easier for them to digest the bizarre happenings on the stage with his wisecracks, witticisms, and contemporary references. This means Bhagavata in Hayavadana serves as a connection between the audience and the play, using his humor, wit, and modern references to help the audience understand the unusual events which are displayed on stage. The play opens with a song to the god of Ganpati. It is a traditional invocation song dedicated to Ganpati, the remover of obstacles. The play also ends in a song, a prayer thanking God for ensuring the completion and making the performance a success. It ends with a Mangalam song, wishing everyone well. So the play begins with a traditional song dedicated to God Ganpati, seeking his blessings as the remover of obstacles. It ends with a prayer song thanking the God for a successful performance and a Mangalam song wishing everyone well. It is held in empty fields in villages on a bare stage with space for musicians and actors. So performances of the play are held in open fields in villages on a simple stage with room for musicians and actors. Mask is important as the two male leads cut their respective heads off and Padmini comes and transposes these heads. Masks were used as a strategy to show this transposition of heads. What it means that masks play a crucial role in Hayavadana as the two male leads cut off their heads and Padmini transposes them. Masks are used to visually represent this head transposition. Devdatta buys two dolls from the Ujjain fair when he goes there after the transposition for the yet unborn child. These two dolls perform the roles of observers of the happenings in Devdatta, Padmini household and their relationship. They speak but only between themselves. Only the audience gets to hear them. So, Devdatta purchases two dolls from the Ujjain fair to bring back for his unborn child. These dolls serves as observers of the events in Devdatta and Padmini's household, and they narrate the story only to each other. The audience is the only one privy to their conversations. These two dolls observe how Devdatta slowly loses his muscular frame and becomes flabby and soft. They also look into Padmini's dream and see that she is dreaming of someone who is not her husband. These two dolls are very causatic in their speech and do not mince words. They argue, fight, bite, scratch, and hit each other. What this particular sentence indicate is that these two dolls in Hayavadana observe Devdatta's physical decline from being muscular to becoming flabby and soft. They also witness Padmini's dreaming about someone other than her husband, which reveals her inner desires. And these dolls are sharp in their speech. They engage in arguments, fights, biting, scratch, and hitting each other as they narrate the story among themselves. And also there is presence of female chorus that comes in at crucial moments and joins the Bhagavata in singing songs that act like authorial observations on the dilemmas and inner thoughts of the lead characters. So, what a female chorus appears at key points in the play, joining the Bhagavata in singing songs that provide insightful observations on the dilemmas and inner thoughts of the main characters, serving as a commentary on their actions and emotions. Then, with this video lecture ends here. Hope this video lecture will help you in your exams. Thank you.